All right. So when I first became a Christian, it's all about loving like Jesus, and I immediately kind of went about tying what I knew, together, and I had started this other idea for a site with the OODA loop, using the OODA loop to become more loving. So the OODA loop is a decision-making model that the military uses to, a person in combat, two adversaries are competing, and it's basically you try to get inside your opponent's OODA loop, and then you can win, because then they're reacting to you. I came at it from that way. Once again, thinking, mental strategies. But now as I think about it, I feel like only now am I actually able to, would I actually be able to even try to make do the OODA loop, because I've realized that it's not necessarily about mental strategies. It was only until I stopped trying with the mental strategies, which happened very recently, that I was able to see things more clearly, more simply. Mental strategies different frameworks and visual diagrams, all these things, they're out of touch, which most people who are considered intellectual usually come across as out of touch, because it's not they're not creating meaning with their hearts. The emotional component is missing. So if you're not dealing with the emotional component of a situation, you're kind of missing the point. Jesus, the whole thing he was trying to do was to try to get people to think with their hearts, soften up their hearts, so that they could feel what they were doing, feel, when it's, do to others what you would want done to you. You have to access your heart. You can't, to even know what you would want done to you. There's not a, oh, I think this or think that. You're feeling there. For me, it was about stopping trying to think, and then just, all right, how do you love somebody? How do I love myself? What does that feel like? Stop with all the mental models and just, what does it feel like? And now I'm having a hard time communicating it actually to you. Because for me, emotions are kind of wordless a lot of the time. Sometimes I can either feel or I can think and talk. But to do both, that's not the easier path for me. So now I just have a couple things I focus on, interpersonal. A couple things I focus on in terms of my physical needs and interacting with the world. A couple things I try to, focus on with my relationship with God, deepening my relationship with God. And that's it. Any decisions I have to make, any problems that come up, I just have those kind of, filters. But one of the filters is being humble, feeling that humility. And I've realized that being humble a person who is humble doesn't get freaked out, doesn't get really amped up about negative things happening to them. Because if you believe in a God, then you also believe that humbly He's in control of the aspects of whatever's coming downstream. It's because He put it there. There's no mistakes. And then it's your reactions, which if they come from a place of humility, that's the right way to start. Because if you're humble, you won't react. You won't make certain choices. You'll know that certain choices aren't wrong. You'll know enough to know that you don't know everything. Excuse me. So that's what's about staying humble, and it's also about not being completely about me. An outward focus. Where's my attention? It gets simpler. Now it's a matter of. So it's almost like I had to do this inner work in order to be able to do the outer work. They say you can't do works in order to be saved, but once you're saved, then you want to do works. It's kind of a it's the distinction is where your heart is at. What's in your heart is, if you're trying to do works to get saved, you're trying to do it. You're gonna do the wrong works. You're gonna end up, it's gonna be misplaced. You're gonna, road to hell is paved with good intentions, your good intentions are going to end up doing the wrong things. So, for me, it was just about becoming more humble, but it's been a long road to get where I am right now. Very long. I made a lot of mistakes. Even after I became a Christian, I still have made a lot of mistakes. With either my good intentions or just not being aware of, just lack of awareness, getting things wrong. So, you know what? I'm still gonna make mistakes, just because I am aware that I need to be humble, and I'm aware of kind of how to go about it. That doesn't mean I'm gonna get it perfect, but at least I'll be humble enough to Scheiße. Who knows? But I have to go now. I have to work because I made mistakes in the past that forced me to work now. Alright. God bless.